Welcome, everyone, to famed Sanford Stadium between the hedges in Athens, Georgia, home to the Bulldogs and 90,000 of their closest friends. And this is something rare and special. We're lucky to have number one versus number two. The college football world stopping to watch how this game plays out. It's a potential playoff matchup, as we'll see the number one team in the country, LSU Tigers, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs. EA Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Bulldogs will kick this deep to get us going. Fielded near the end line. He's going to come out with it. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. And that gained enough for a fresh set of downs, spotted at the 48.
Chris, is it possible to be DBU and wide receiver U at the same time? I think the LSU fans think it's possible. They always seem to have great defensive backs, and they always have pass catchers that just show up and show out week after week, year after year.
He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
It was a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and to talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019, but Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. It doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that can be efficient, be a good leader, and complement the running game. And right now you're starting to see that from this team. Good completion. Now, can you do it consistently? Because if you can, with the athletes they have around that position, they become a real threat.
Important second down play coming up. Looking to throw again. It's an out route. The catch made. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Lets it go. Worked over the middle, but it's incomplete. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down, bringing pressure. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball, That's a big third down defensive play.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
And that one's straight down the middle. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Finally marked out after a big game, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? To throw, it's Cook. The pass rush closing in. They trap him and sack him back at the 10. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. He flips it to the back across the middle. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down.
The quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. And how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field, looking to build on this lead in this possession. Had to settle for 3 last time out. Some hard running there through a tackle.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. On the run here, taking a deep shot. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Eventually they tackle him, but what a spin move to earn him the first down. LSU has moved into the red zone. Heading left after the handoff. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
LSU 3, Georgia 0.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Press coverage now from the secondary. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
What a great job there by the defense, reading that play, pursuing to the football. Nice loss of yardage there on 2nd and goal. Now it's 3rd and goal for the offense.
Defense is coming after him. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Looks like the coach decides to go for 3 points here. Here comes the field goal team. He was on target the first time. This is a chip shot from just 23 yards out. And it's good right down the middle.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Bringing it out, it's Sanders. Tackled at the 12. Coach wishes he'd left that one in the end zone. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Looking downfield, it's Cook. Breaks free. It's a sack. They've got him back at the 4-yard line.
Well, LSU for years has played a one-gap defense that loves to pin their ears and get upfield. It's a risky defense, and it requires great athleticism on the defensive line, something that they've had forever. Great sack here to keep that tradition alive. But you think back over the years, Booger McFarland and Marcus Spears and Glenn Dorsey and off the edge, Kiki Mingo. Just so many great LSU defensive linemen that can get after that quarterback.
The sack sets up 2nd down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Snags the quick throw. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the 1st down marker. The catch makes it a more manageable 3rd down. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's a quick grab. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the 1st.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back. Throwing for his running back. And the receiver's got it. He'll earn the 1st down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this 1st down for the Georgia offense. And, you know, being able to have a balanced attack, so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
Handoff from the shotgun. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that previous play. Handoff running right. They get him down, but not before he gets to the +38.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Scanning the field, it's Cook. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And they're finally able to stop him. The great execution on the screen pass fooled the defense there.
Boy, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards and a 1st down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
Looking right, this one caught. Hard running through a tackle. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up for the 1st down and goal.
Boy, this quarterback throws a beautiful ball. Another big game for this offense and a chance to get points on the board before we get to halftime.
1st and goal. Great chance to take the lead before halftime. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And the running play gets stopped. They're going to mark him right at the 1. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. Well, you know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. We know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam.
Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs. But they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when they're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
And the PAT makes the score 7-6. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff to see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Dropping back. It's Thomas. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Lets it go quickly. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
This will likely be the last play of the half. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Oh, what a move to break into the clear. They finally make the stop after a big play, but time runs out on the 1st half of play. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And they'll kick it away now to get this 3rd quarter underway. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. And a chance right away here in the 2nd half to stretch the lead and build momentum. Let's see what this defense can do about it. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. But that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side. Able to create a great push Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. They'll run it here. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. He pulls it in for a big gain. Tackle finally made, but it's a huge gain. They'll spot it at the 34.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's third down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
Grab behind the line. It's Payne. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. They tackle him at the 3, but that's a great gain in the pitch and catch.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Offense facing second and goal. Here's a run to the left, looking for the touchdown. And he'll be brought down.
Boy, I thought he might shake free there. He's able to break one tackle, but give credit to the secondary. Good job of coming up in run support.
They've moved it to the 3. Now it's third and goal. Dropping back, it's Cook. Looking to the end zone. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Oof, the risk of throwing on third and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on fourth down, but what will be the play call?
The decision is not to go for it on fourth down. Here comes the field goal team. They'll set up for the chip shot on the left hash mark. This one is right through.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a designed run. Tough running to avoid a loss, but just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
On the play. Brings up second down.
Getting set. Here's second down. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. The catch is made for a huge pickup.
Well, how about that? Another LSU wide receiver makes a big-time catch for the Tigers offense. Oh, just a couple names to throw out. How about OBJ? How about Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, who right now arguably two of the top receivers in the NFL? all from LSU. And watching this young man right here, he's hoping he's next in line.
The back's got it. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
He's running out of time here. Good as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. Oh, it landed at the 7 and bounced into the end zone for a touchback. Georgia offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? And there's the handoff. Stopped right there at the line, no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
The end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Georgia 10, LSU 6.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. And the single back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, with the lead here, this is where you want to just take your time. The defense, as we know, they are looking to do anything they can to create an aggressive play to try to create a turnover. So you got to work that clock, but also protect the football. I'm sure the coach right now is preaching to all his guys and reminding them about ball security at this point in the game.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Rifles this football to the left. He's got it down the left sideline for a huge gain. Big gain, moves the ball across midfield to the 45.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now. They'll test the right side here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Yeah, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Now it's second down here. Tailback takes the handoff again. Takes off in the clear. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And he's pushed out of bounds after a short run. Not enough for a first. Second down play coming up for this offense. Handoff heading left.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Third down and inches. Who's going to win this battle in the trenches? And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
Extra point is up and good, so the lead now is 11 here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. Bengals offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And it's good for a first down to the 36. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on
the pass is intercepted. Not a great return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out his scoring threat. They'll set the offense up at the 31.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Offense back out there trying to get something going. And here's the handoff. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Loses 2. Third down coming up.
Now it's third down and long. They would hate to waste this great field position.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Picks up about 5 yards, but it's not enough. Here comes a fourth down now.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. So they're short on fourth down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. He made good on his last attempt, but this one is from 45 yards out. The attempt is no good. Off the miss, it's still an 11-point lead.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. But now you can see he's hanging his head. That poor kicker.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. And there's a deep throw with the clock winding down. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Here's the second down play. Looking to pass. It's Thomas. The pocket breaking down. Decides not to throw it and will take an enormous loss on this sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth.
Looking to make a play deep downfield. The deep shot is caught for a big gain. Here's a first down, not wasting any time after that conversion on fourth.
And that's good enough for a first down.
From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. He's hit as he throws it. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Second down play coming up. Looking to throw yet again. Tries to get it to the running back. Wow, lays out and makes a spectacular catch. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. First down, looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, it's dropped off the tip by the defense there. It's going to bring up second down.
Boy, this quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception in the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing the game or he's going to cost his team a game.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. And they heave it deep downfield. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, hold on now, Chris. We're under 2 minutes to go, and these guys will not go away. They hit this extra point. You cover an onside kick. You never know.
So after the touchdown, they'll go for two to get within a field goal. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the two-point try is successful, making this just a three-point lead.
And makes the score Georgia 17, LSU 14.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
Set to kick off.
Fields it just outside the goal line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Suddenly, this is a three-point game in the fourth quarter. Interesting to see how aggressive they get with play calling. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
I'd say that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Offense getting set. It's second down. There's the handoff. And the run moves the ball up to the 33. And the defense stops the clock with a timeout. 29 seconds left.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
On third and short, to try to pick it up on the ground. And they've got him, but there's also a flag on the play. Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. Leading here in the fourth quarter, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to stretch the lead and keep possession. Crucial play here. They go to the air. Breaks free. And he's brought down. A sack by the defense coming up big on this fourth down play. Timeout taken by the offense now. 23 seconds on the clock.
This is the stuff that can really cost you a football game. You've got the lead in the second half by just a possession. You got to be smart on when to go for it and when not to. The smart play here is punt that ball away with the lead and rely on your defense to secure victory.
Important second down play coming up. He's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Back to pass. It's Thomas. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, the pass is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, that defender deserves the game ball for that game-sealing play. Now, all there is to do is run out the clock and walk out of here with a W.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Well, here we are, midpoint of the season, and this group is still marching along undefeated, chasing a perfect record, and getting a lot of attention, Kirk, at this point.
Well, they're as good as anybody we've seen all year long in college football. They are headed towards that college football playoff and a shot at a national championship. Now, the thing is, they just need to remain focused on each week that lies ahead of them. If they're able to do that, you've got a dangerous football team here.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.